again, once again.
That's what Hodges can do for you. He'll run the break awfully tough for just a kid. Can't believe that the guy lasted until the third round. He's a player. Simple as that.
Randy Smith with 8 here, coming off the bench for Al Wood. Valentine, where the traffic is heavy and fall, but he gets it down. Valentine now with 4, 51-43. Clippers. Tried that alley-oop one time too many that time to Chambers. Chambers complaining he was roughed up. Portland with 41 seconds. They're down by 8. Whistle before Valentine's shot. And a 3-second violation is the call on the Portland Trailblazers, so 34 seconds remain. Clippers will try to up it to 10. Walton leading the Clippers with 11 points here in the first half of play. The big redhead in the wrong uniform of your Jack Ramsey tonight. Misses that one. Look at Cummings, the number 2 pick in this year's draft. And he's a dandy. 11 seconds to go. The lead is 10. One shot left for Portland. Ramsey up hollering, number one. Valentine in traffic with Walton. Gets it out, and he ran him out of bounds. So Portland will not get off the shot. 2 seconds remaining.
Paul Silas wants him to throw the long pass. The veteran Randy Smith will have it. Let's see if they put Cummings underneath. I don't think they'd take a chance with Walton. They'll throw the long pass, I believe, now.
Cummings is down deep. Here we go. To Chambers. Chambers gets it on. I'm not sure if Terry Cummings would have let that go. He might have got some kind of roll and had a hoop at the buzzer. But nonetheless, the San Diego Clippers will take what they have because they have come out here and certainly given one the distinct impression that they are not a 4-23 basketball club. As they jumped out early to a 12-point lead, saw it go down, where Portland took over by 3, but then they climbed back and pulled to a 53-43 halftime lead here at the Sports Arena in San Diego. What we're going to do right now is go back to
the Clippers with 5 more field goals made. Check in with a total of 52% in the first half, 40% for the Blazers. The rest of the story looks like this, just about even all the way down the line. Scoring totals, Thompson with 12 points in the first half for the Blazers. Calvin Nat with 11 points and only 2 personal fouls. You can see no one in real serious foul difficulty for Portland. Looking at the Clippers, Bill Walton with 11 points, only 2 fouls as well, and no one in serious foul difficulty here. Terry Cummings, in spite of the fact he has not played very much in this first half, has 10 points. Chambers has 8, Smith 8, and Wood 4. Let's take a look at the rest of the story.
Pete Liebengood and Irv Brown back here at the San Diego Sports Arena, and John was mentioning Jim Paxson, only 6 points in the first half, and Jim, well, thank you, gentlemen. Paxson with 6 points, and he's averaging the leading scorer 20 points a ball game for the 21.2, as a matter of fact, for the Portland Trailblazers, and hasn't been, Irv, I don't think, as effective moving without the ball tonight as he has in past games that we've seen him.
No, that's his strength, and he just hasn't. I'm sure that Jack Ramsey was concerned about their movement anyway. They seem to be a little intrigued with Bill Walton, is a feeling that I have. Seems like that's all we're talking about is Walton, but that has been the big story in this first half, is some of the things that Bill has done. Paul Silas, his ball club up by 10 points. The Trailblazers will have the basketball. Got to believe, though, as we talked about Paxson, Al Wood will draw him, and Paxson normally starts to really heat up, and you'll see some stuff from the guy.
So Wood is in there on Paxson, the same starting group for both ball clubs right now. Darnell Valentine with the basketball. Portland in red, starting the second half here. Paxson can't find it from outside. 10-point Clippers lead. Frank Hodges leading in assists with 4 in the ball game, with the basketball to Wood. To Walton at 11. Turnaround off the glass, UCLA style. Terry Cummings with a rebound. Cummings, the second leading rebounder in this basketball team. 9+ a game. Boy, he is a dandy. Has time to be an ordained Pentecostal minister on the side. Does Terry Cummings.
Good hands by Valentine. He caused all of this.
Valentine fouled as he goes up for it by Chambers, and Jack Ramsey will be quick to point out Darnell Valentine's improvement this year is one of the reasons now that Portland is on the move.
Valentine caused it by blocking Chambers' shot. He goes down. Chambers picks push. here. Don't know what he's hollering at Wally Rooney about, because very definitely he saves the layup, picks up the foul. Darnell can cut the lead down to 8. We've just begun the second half.
Valentine 79% from the free throw line, gets that one. Valentine now with 5 points. Leads the league in quadriceps. There's no question about it. Boy, the legs on that young man.
Well, he ran about 7 miles a day during the off-season.
Says that's all he does. Doesn't use any weights or anything like that. It's just basically God-given. As Walton spins and goes to the hoop, but he was fouled long before he outstretched those 6'11" arms.
I got to tell you, they say he's 6'11", but Michael Thompson is 6'10", and he just looks so much bigger than Michael when they pair up.
That's a good point. That's 4 fouls on Wayne Cooper. As Valentine comes up with a steal off to Thompson, a 2-on-1. Wood in trouble. It is Paxson, a nice effort by Wood, but they get him for a foul.
Al did a good job, and Paul Silas is up on the call. Wally Rooney says he hit him on the arm as well as getting the block. So there'll be a couple of free throws.
For 2 shots.
So Paxson has a pair. His ball club trails it by 7 now.
Take your choice on that call. Paxson, the best Portland has at the line at 81%.
Talking to him before the ballgame about his brother at Notre Dame. Says that ball club's going to come along. Look at Walton set a pick underneath.
Paxson 4 for 4 at the free throw line with 8 points. Tries to get a steal there. Valentine scrambles for it. Who's got it? It's Paxson. Portland. 3-on-3. Paxson will pull it up. Valentine goes quickly to work. Cooper from way outside. And Wayne Cooper, who had 17 against Seattle yesterday, has 4. And we have a timeout. With 10:31 remaining in the third quarter, the lead is 53-49, San Diego. Semi-final on Wednesday, championship game on Friday, December 31st, 1:30 a.m. Eastern time. That will be live, all live on ESPN. And maybe the folks at the Hawaii Rainbow Classic should have thought about Chaminade here, inviting them to play.
They do a bad job against Virginia.
Yeah, knocked off number 1. Cummings, 15-footer.
That's their first bucket of the half, as they've been a little careless with that basketball. Paul Silas calls a timeout, gets them squared away. They now lead by 6.
Valentine getting it right to the hoop for Nat.
Foul number 34.
Foul is on Terry Cummings. That's number 2 on Cummings. Cummings, though, just before that, showing his ability to shoot from the outside as well as go inside. Cummings now with 12. Nat at the free throw line has been the most consistent player in this ball club. This half, 11 for Calvin.
Last year when the Blazers won 42 ball games, you talked to the people around. They really felt that this guy gave an effort every time he stepped out on the floor. That's the only way he plays it, 100%.
And he's 4 for 6 from the line. Calvin Nat at 55-51. Biggest Clipper lead has been 12. That has been twice. They led by 10 at the half. Into the redhead, and he gets it off the glass.
Boy, he is so tough to front. Try to get some backside help from Michael Thompson. Walton's very intelligent, though. As soon as Cooper fronts him, he just looks for the lob.
13 for Walton. Chambers on Cooper. Cooper forcing up a shot, and Walton is there for the rebound. Walton now unofficially with 6 rebounds. Cummings has 5. Here's Wood. Infrequently takes it to the hoop. It is blocked nicely. And Portland gets it going the other way. 6-point Clipper lead. They have led most of the way. And Thompson showing the other part of his game, long range.
Paxson did all of that time, Pete. He blocked the shot thrown up by Wood, which was bad shot selection. Then he gave Cooper something he could handle.
14 for Thompson. He leads all scorers until now as Walton throws up number 15. 13 is his average. 15 is what he had the other night. I think the redhead is back.
A year ago, when I saw him, he was doing color for UCLA basketball games. One day I'm going to play again. Everybody didn't believe him. Here he is.
Thompson, 16. I'm sure he had some doubts at one time. I ran into him a couple times when he was doing, as you indicated, the color for UCLA, and fans would, of course, see him at game site, and Bill oftentimes wearing a 3-piece suit. as San Diego will retain the ball. A whole different image for him now that he's a law school student at Stanford, or was anyway. Well, he enjoyed it. He enjoyed being surrounded by fans.
Oh, he's a good man. I'll tell you, I talked to him before the ballgame about his studies. He said, well, I'm not sure I'm going to take any classes next semester. He's on break right now. That's so funny as Paxson knocks one down. But, you know, you're talking to a pro, and he's talking about he's on break now.
January 15th is his last final at law school there. We got a 59-57 ball game. San Diego on top by 2. Walton on Thompson. Hey, we got a battle going here. Big guy points one out and says, thank you, Mr. Chambers, for the assist, as Walton now has 17. How's that for a check? His 5th block for Walton. Thompson going to try it again. Intimidated underneath. Chambers on the outlet to Hodges. Can he run it down? Yes. Wood. Nothing but net for a guy who's been having trouble shooting. And just when the Blazers start to close it, the Clippers move out again. It's 63-57, San Diego.
Jack Ramsey tells Darnell Valentine, slow down, get some tempo here. Want a set play, looking for Paxson.
Double stack on the left side, the weak side, and that's Valentine working the lane free. But here come the Clippers on the break. It's Wood with a slam.
That went from Walton to Hodges to Wood. It looked good. Clippers by 6.
You know, the only thing missing tonight, Irv Brown.
What is that?
The big guy, the redhead with the goggles, hands over his head, turning his wrists over, as he did throughout a campaign. His 3rd with Portland, his 3rd year when they won the title. What a familiar sight that was, although he looked like a hippie then. He looks like a law student now.
Delay of game called by Wally Rooney. Clippers lead it by 6. They have the basketball, 7:05 remaining in the 3rd.
Wood playing much better in this quarter.
Yeah, he really has. He's done a very good job. He's had one bad shot. Other than that, he's been tough.
Harry Cummings. 14 points. 6 for DePaul in his years there. Calvin Nat answers. Number 15 for Nat.
Some were Calvin's brothers in the CBA, and he's scoring some points up there.
Underneath the Hodges. Good move under the basket. Guy is known for long-range ability. Hodges coming up with the basket, his 6th point.
How many times have you seen Walton do that from the high post? When he was with Portland, he'd give Bobby Steele that pass all the time.
Michael Thompson. Well, Michael said, I want to get 25 for the folks in the Bahamas. He's working on it. He's got 18. 69, 63. Underneath, it's Cummings, muscling. Ball's going to go the other direction, though. He may have stepped out of bounds.
Boy, that is good defense. I think they run offense. You talk about good defense. 4 Blazers just collapsed on the baseline. That's the trait of Jack Ramsey. They'll deny the lanes, and they'll really take care of something down low.
Offensive fouls on Cummings. 3rd team foul on the Clippers. Portland with only 1. 5:43 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Wayne Cooper trying to give and go to Valentine. No. Thompson with 3 seconds on the timer. Hey, Michael's putting him down, isn't he?
Guy can play. Also had that bad foot that he broke in the offseason several years ago. Apparently is all healed up now. He looks good tonight.
Missed the whole year. His high is 25 this year, and he has 20 tonight. Chambers slams it home. Chambers, who had a career high of 39 the last game of the season, which happened to be against Portland last year. Chambers now with 10. Second-year man from Utah. Backdoor. Boy, Paxson works that nicely. Nice assist by Michael Thompson.
There's that movement without the basketball as Paxson is warmed up. He's got 6 points this half. That equals the total he had the first half.
And a total of 12. We have a 71-67 ball game, but the Clippers continue to hold the edge. Continues your way. The Liberty Bowl, the Hall of Fame Bowl, Bluebonnet Bowl, Rose Bowl. Of course, that's following the NBC Network presentation. The Senior Bowl, Hall of Fame, Vanderbilt versus Air Force. Liberty Bowl, Illinois versus Alabama. And the Bluebonnet, it's Arkansas and Florida. That's December 31st. And that one, the Rose Bowl, of course, New Year's Day. Senior Bowl, Saturday, January 22nd on ESPN. College basketball and college football And, of course, Sunday night with the NBA. Right now, it's 71-67 at San Diego. Bill Walton goes from outside the jumper, and it's 19 for Walton.
Chambers did a good job from the high post, being very much aware of Walton cutting the middle. That's his first jumper. Everything else been a hook or a tap in or a stuff.
You know, they say the only thing different about that left foot, which has had 2 operations. Cooper trying to do it on a turnaround. Falls. And we got a fast break on this one. 3-on-2. Good work by Carr. And a save by Wood. Dr. Ernie Vandewey, who is a physician, but basically a friend and financial advisor, says the only thing different about Bill Walton now is he once had a high arch and pigeon-toed. Now he's just playing flat-footed on the left foot. Loose ball foul on Michael Brooks. That is the 4th team foul, second on Brooks.
Chambers can't knock this one down, and then Brooks out of LaSalle gets on top of Thompson. That's the 4th team foul on the Clippers. The Blazers only with the 1.
And that could be significant if we're at 3:55 here in the 3rd quarter. Portland's only lead was at 29-26. Offensive foul on Paxson.
Tried to get Jim Paxson down low to low post Al Wood. Wally Rooney calls the offensive foul on him.
Jack Ramsey not particularly pleased with that call. Valentine trying to work the steal, and the foul is going to be on Hodges, who was stripped.
Valentine, one of the best in the NBA at picking up a steal. Here's Hodges, gets a little careless. So Valentine strips him, and then Hodges grabs him. He'll go to the line.
Valentine averaging better than 3 steals a game. Picked him there, and of course,
he does have a great pair of legs. You talked about it earlier, Pete. I'll tell you what, this guy is a runner. Pair of legs on him, huh?
Yeah, he looks like with those legs, if he really wanted to go up,
30 pounds lighter,
it might not come down.
That is a good-looking athlete.
73-68. Clipper leading 5. Hodges. Oh, a little revenge from the rookie in your face.
I'll tell you what, Jack Ramsey stands up and he says, Valentine, what are you doing? Because that time Darnell was just standing flat-footed, and Hodges makes up for what happened before.
75-68. San Diego on top. San Diego looking like a team that wants it for a change. Paxson got a give and go, and that's what Paxson does best.
You know, he isn't fast, he is quick, he just has tremendous body balance and gets it done.
The captain has 14 for Portland. Out of Dayton, he is a dandy. Walton, and it's knocked away by Thompson, but they're going to call it goaltending and give 2 more to Bill Walton, who now has 21 points.
There's Walton going hard to the baseline as Cooper gives it up. Thompson comes over, and there's a tending call, 77-70 in favor of the Clippers.
That's Walton's. Oh, look at Valentine throw it up as a foul is called. 24, that would be Hodges. Walton's high this season was 20 against Phoenix on October 29th. So he's surpassed that. Did you say he's coming along?
Well, I'll tell you, it's so good for the NBA because people really like the way this guy plays the game. He knows what he's doing. I didn't know how it'd work out, Pete, going once a week. Hey, it's worked out all right. He's back. Now he's going to go twice a week and play all of the 3 ball games in January as Whitehead comes back in along with Verhoeven. Who knows, pretty soon you might see him every day because he is having fun. That's the main thing. It's fun. He's going out. Listen to the hand. There's not a big crowd here. But I'll tell you, they'll make some noise. They like what the redhead has done. Listen to him.
Well, you got to know you got a winner with this guy. I mean, never lost a game in high school at Helix High School nearby here as Valentine is at the line and misses one. Lost, what, 4 games at UCLA and winning 2 national titles. NBA championship in his 3rd year. That's Verhoeven.
I think Stu Inman did an excellent job drafting this guy. They did their homework. Verhoeven had good fundamentals out of Fresno State, and he showed you a little example of that right there.
Started 23 games for them last year, but has done better in a backup role. Clippers need to get back some momentum. Here's Michael Brooks is back in. To Wood. Paxson strips him. It's anybody's ball. Look at Valentine. Quick hands to Paxson. Paxson making his presence felt now. 16 points. 10 here in the 3rd quarter. 2:11 to go in the quarter. It's no iron involved. He's got 10.
He's got a good jump shot, too. It's nice to see the guy knock a few down, get some confidence. Look at this guy.
Chambers takes it off the glass. Chambers now with 6 rebounds to go along with his 10 points underneath to Brooks. Good assist. Brooks was second in that department of this ball club last year, but Whitehead couldn't hang on to it. Wood, now go with a hot man, and for one of the few times all year, Wood is hot. His best effort is 19, and Wood is at 12 right now.
Kenny Carr and Michael Brooks having quite a match underneath. We'll watch that because they're leaning on each other, pushing and shoving pretty good. Carr got into it with Chambers earlier.
Randy Smith on Valentine. Got Smith.
Tommy Nunes calls hand checking.
Number 3, Jeff Lampkin for the Trailblazers.
Valentine will go to the line.
He replaces Jim Paxson. Darnell Valentine to the line.
Valentine at the line for the 7th time. He's 3 out of 6. 7 times in this half.
He made
a 4 out of 7.
Peach made a point earlier that foul count really would hurt the Clippers. They only have the Blazers, that is, only have the 1-team foul. And of course, Portland's been in the bonus for some time.
1:20 to go, so Portland still has 1 foul to waste. They only get 1 foul in the 2 minutes preceding the end of a quarter. And then you're in the team foul situation. And look at that. Now Wood.
Jack Ramsey sent in Jeff Lamp to try and get something going. 22nd timeout. Jeff Lamp got all over Wood. Didn't do any good. When you're hot, you're hot. 6-point Clipper lead, that is, as Al Wood has taken over.
14 points. And 10 of them have come here in the 3rd quarter for Al Wood. We've got a minute 2 to go. 83-77. And Paul Silas over there saying, guys, we could use one. And it looks pretty good right now, so keep up the tempo. I think Silas had to be pleased with the effort against the Lakers on Thursday night, though. When you're out of it by 20, it looks like a laugher, and all of a sudden you've caught up with them.
Pete, I just don't think this ball club is a joke. There's just too much talent. You know, you win a few and you get used to winning, something that they haven't done. Why not? Take a look at those people over there. Brooks can play the game. We've taken a look at Wood. We've talked about Walton all night long, Cummings, Chambers. There's some folks over there, and they just need to win a few, get that confidence. They'll be a factor. I don't say they can win that division because that is a mean division, but they certainly could be a factor and make some decisions who's going to the playoffs.
Well, they just need to work together. Michael Thompson takes it straight to the hoop, and Thompson has 22. And he's just 3 shy of his best on the season. San Diego at times, although not so much in this ball game, but against the Lakers, looked like a ball club that they just weren't quite sure of where they were supposed to be and couldn't really depend on the other guy to be where he was supposed to be. As we get a turnover, it'll go Portland's way.
That's a great effort by the Blazers. They force a double dribble call. 1 shot, says Jack Ramsey. There's still 27 seconds to go on the game clock, and we're down to 18 on the shot clock.
Working for 1 is Valentine. 7 seconds on the shot timer, and Valentine gets his 14th. He has really come to life here in this 3rd quarter. We're down to 5 seconds. It is Randy Smith, 3-pointer, no good. Rebound, Thompson, long pass intended for Valentine. No harm, no foul at the whistle, and Randy Smith comes over to talk with Tommy Nunes, but in vain. And again, the Blazers come a little closer, 83-81. It is a good one. Continue to share it with us. A doubleheader over San Antonio, 124 to 122, and that puts the 76ers now a game and a half up on idle Boston in the Atlantic Division. Midwest Division, Kansas City with a win over Utah tonight, 120 to 118, and San Antonio going down, so that's 1.5 for Kansas City. Milwaukee